Welcome to Fastang 444. I really need your help. I'm trying to grow my channel, so please subscribe and help me get to 1,000 subscribers. I see this Porsche 959 over here at Horizon Street Scene Festival site, so I'm definitely going to take that. This is the second to last arena. The final arena will be just south of the Cloverleaf, and I am going to full send it just before the arena begins to shrink and hopefully beat a higher level vehicle I can use in the final showdown. There's a vehicle that's being chased over there on the right, and one of them comes back, it looks like, but here's someone right in my line. They trying to evade me. Got him. Unfortunately, this is a friend of mine, Fishy Flop. Sorry about that, buddy. He spoke after the game. He said not a problem.
Opponent eliminated!
Alright, a Ferrari. So I am scrambling to get in position. Open up the map. That bend in the road just beside of the intersections where I like to leave. Right around
Head-to-head's complete!
here.
Get ready for the final showdown!
Final showdown in 24 seconds. You can see where I'm located on the map for Arena 2 and where I would typically leave from. Back behind me at that bend in the road at a range of time of 19 to 22 seconds. I will leave now at 24 seconds. I know I'm going to be early, so I can't fully accelerate all the way through here. I'm going to have to slow down, which I do, I can tell. I'm early. I will slow this down. Watch how close I am. Final showdown in 5, 4, 3.25 seconds. Far too close. This will leave a quarter of a second remaining on the timeout bar. I've seen this finish point many times before. It's not necessary for me to open up the map through here. It's north through the road that goes through the city. This much faster Hoonigan Group A I was able to block, and watch the mini-map here. I know I need to take the road that goes north through the city for this finish pin, and everyone except one is taking a straight line over to this finish. You can see the finish pin now. Pause that there. They are going to run into a wall on the perimeter of the city very soon. One of them actually does come back, though. I'm not sure if that's the Hoonigan Group A or not, but they won't be able to catch me because I kept it on the pavement and get this win in. What a surprise. I did not expect this to turn out this way, with a Hoonigan Group A being in this final showdown. Wow.
Welcome to the secret society of the Illuminati! Oh, shh.
I found a level 6 Porsche 959 at the beginning of the game. 2 head-to-heads against level 1s. Wind up in the Camaro. No, I have to use caution, but cancel that. throw caution to the wind. I found a Funko. Yes, right here in the middle of this intersection. I then had this vehicle that was chasing me. They are in a level 7, so I let them catch me, and off we go. I will jump ahead where I am crossing the finish, and we'll take the Lamborghini Centenario. And my reasoning for taking the Lamborghini Centenario is, even though the Funko accelerates quicker off-road and has a higher top speed, the Lamborghini Centenario is a little more stable. So I jumped ahead again here, where I am in position for the final showdown.
Head-to-head's complete. Get ready for the final showdown.
You can see on the map this point that I'd like to leave from. This is Arena 10. The range of time to leave is 21 to 24 seconds. I found 22 seconds is optimal from this point in this final arena. So let's give it a try. I will follow this road for a short section and go through the corner of the greenhouse. I found this is a flat route. I exit perfectly with great speed at 3 seconds, which will leave 1/2 of a second remaining on the timeout bar. Right, initially it looks like the finish is northwest of this stadium, so I will cross the highway. I know I have to go through an area that has buildings. Let's see if I can get through here without hitting any of them. So far, so good. Made it through there. Now I will angle over towards the stadium. Just on the left of this road that is in blue, I know there is a strip of buildings I avoid by going through the parking lot of the stadium. Now I can angle over towards this finish. It looks like this is around the road configuration that's off to the left here, that's roughly shaped like a base. It's on the road just north of that. I'll get this wind in. Very commanding lead here after finding a Funko.
Congratulations! You are the Eliminator!
I will jump into this game as it is getting later in the game, and I open up the map. I can tell from past experience this is going to be Final Arena 2. You can see where the 2 arena walls touch. That's a clue that it will be Final Arena 2. I will jump ahead here. I was hoping to run across someone on the highway, but I see this vehicle over here. Engaging the head-to-head. To my surprise, they're in the much faster Audi RS7. They get on the pavement, so I know the head-to-head is going to lead over towards where Final Arena 2 is at. East of the pyramid strip. I have to shoot the gap here. I shoot it, bump off of the pyramid. I have the lead, but they are going to most likely catch me. So I need a perfectly clean route here, and this is going to be a close finish, I'm thinking. You can see how much ground they are making up, having the much faster Audi RS7. Oh, they hit something there. I've got it. I'm going to beat them. Oh, I hit the bump and spin out. Now they're going to come and catch me. This is going to be close. This is crazy. got it narrowly. Wow. And the Audi RS7 is the fastest level 6, so always take the Audi RS7, which I do, and I will jump ahead where I am getting in position in the final showdown using the Audi RS7. Right here is the point I like to lead from.
Head-to-head's complete. Get ready for the final showdown.
You can see on the map this point that I like to lead from. This is Arena 2. The range of time to leave is 19 to 22 seconds. I will actually add a few seconds to that, being in a less than level 10, and leave it 26 seconds. This Brocky comes flying by me, but then hits his brakes. He realizes he was early. I time my exit perfectly at 3 seconds. Which leaves 1/2 of a second remaining on the timeout bar. Someone left early and was eliminated by the arena. I'm blocking the Brocky the best I can, but most likely they will get by me. And the finish is through the city, so I will angle over in line of the road that goes north through the city. They go a little far to the left here, to my surprise. I'm not sure if they know of a route I am unaware of, or they are going around the city. They're actually not. They come back over to the road here. And they go all over the road. I need to keep it on the road. This turn just before entering the city, there are buildings on the left, and they hit them. Oh, wow. So I need to just keep it on the road here and keep it clean. Slow down in this turn so I don't run into the buildings. Perfect. Perfect. And they're coming on, so I need to try and get in their line so they can't pass me. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And I'm in their line. I got it. Yes! And to their credit afterwards, they wound up sending me a message telling me, well played. Good game.
Winner! Welcome to the Illuminati!
I'll jump into this game a little later in the game where I am chasing this level 6 Porsche 959 that I catch. And as you can see, this is in the Northwest in the Baja. This is actually a very good vehicle for that. The Hoonigan RSRX gets through the Baja very well. So I just need to get over to this finish. Go around the Baja Festival site here. Watching out for some boulders along the way. I think there are some just short of this finish. Here's some here I run into. Should still get this win in, and I do. They're quite a distance back there.
Opponent eliminated!
Perfect. The Hooney RS200. This is actually my favorite vehicle for a final showdown that originates here in the Baja. So I will speed this up. I was content to use this in the final showdown. As I mentioned, this is the vehicle I want to use in the final showdown, and someone comes right towards me here. As they got closer, they could see me parked over there. So I will go left here, avoiding those buildings there. And a few boulders on either side. And just get over to this finish. And decline what is offered.
Opponent eliminated!
It offered me the Funko, so I pressed down and declined that. The arena is going to shrink here, so I will just slowly make my way over and get in position for the final showdown, being certain not to leave enough time for anyone to engage and complete a head-to-head. I should be fine now. Those two drivers are in a head-to-head. They go flying off the dune there. I don't think they're going to be able to complete that head-to-head. Right here on this ridge next to the cacti is the point I like to leave from, directed southeast.
Head-to-head's complete. Get ready for the final showdown!
You can see on the map this point that I like to leave from for Arena 17. And you can see the cacti, the dark green. That's the line I will follow, avoiding the dunes. The range of time to leave is 12 to 14 seconds. I'll try leaving at 16 seconds. And if it looks like I'm a little early, I will just angle over to the left. No surprise, I was a little early, so I angled to the left. I exit with a fair amount of speed at 2.5 seconds. I consider that a perfect exit. The finish is south, quite possibly on the coast. So I like to go around the left edge of this dune and watch this. There are buildings and rocks ahead. I go right through that overhang. I'll slow that down and replay that. I don't hit a single thing. I'm doing 137 miles per hour through there. Crazy. I've never done that before. I'd like to not do that again. That's too close to disaster of running into that. So just follow along the edge of the dunes, keeping the lava to the left through here. Whoa, wait. Replay that. Here we go again. I just narrowly missed hitting these boulders. So let's just get over to this finish point and get this win in. Wow, what a great game. I'm slowing down so I don't miss the finish point here. I'm not doing the move of pausing before the finish, but I'm a little hot after all that excitement. I'm jumping into the ocean to cool off.
Welcome to the shadowy ranks of the Illuminati.
I'll show you the end of this head-to-head for obvious reasons. There's a level 8 RJ Anderson just sitting there. So I will get over to this finish. I will decline whatever is offered in the level 5 to go back and take the level 8 RJ Anderson. And also the time it takes to level up. Potentially someone could have come along and taken this. That wasn't the case, but it's mine now. I will jump ahead here where I am chasing this vehicle to engage in a head-to-head and get into a level 9. And I do wind up catching them. They are in a level 5. Focus RS. And when I see this finish point of the mountain, I know it will be Final Arena 18. And this is a game that my friend Mike Mechanic is in. I did jump ahead there. And look at all the vehicles around this finish point here. There's one just to the left there trying to snipe people that are completing head-to-head. So I'm not going to stay anywhere near the finish. I'm going up the mountain to the switchback above the finish and beyond, because there's another vehicle off on the right. A lot of times Mike Mechanic will go up there. I call it the Mike Mechanic method, where you catch people completing head-to-heads. I'm going to circle back around, try and get into another head-to-head and get into a level 10 cautiously, because of everyone that is attempting to do the same. I'll speed this up where I go down to the road that leads over to the finish pin of the head-to-head, and I see a vehicle right just this side of the finish, and I decide to just go for it. Here they are right here. Looks like they're going away from the direction of the finish, and then they start heading towards it. I got them. And I crossed the finish before it shows even on the map. I won it, but it's such a short finish from where you engage to complete it that that's what happens there. So I will go over to the end of what I call Balkan Road, which is named after a famous Russian YouTuber that I beat back-to-back games, and the second time I beat him was right here, and the whole playlist named after him. Check that out. Beating Vulcan, I believe it's called. And I actually know that Mike will most likely be on the switchback that is just up ahead. You see that vehicle moving there off on the right, up above? It's most likely Mike. I call that the Mike Mechanic method, where he will go up there and catch people that don't see him and just go down to the finish line and eliminate them. Someone just finished a head-to-head behind me. Now, I wanted to pull in front of them where I have positioning, and I have to use caution because I am right between these two vehicles. The one in front of me is just trying to snipe people near the finish line, and this vehicle is coming towards me so I can beat them. Come on, there we go. Alright, they're in an RJ Anderson Pro 2 truck. Across the finish. MG Metro just parked trying to snipe people by the finish. So I will decline the Funko and just get in position now for the final showdown. I don't think there is enough time to complete a head-to-head from up here. Staying down near the finish point, potentially there was. I like to park just to the right of these boulders here.
Head-to-head's complete. Get ready for the final showdown.
You can see on the map this point that I like to lead from. This is Arena 18. The range of time to leave is 13 to 14 seconds. I found leaving right at 14 seconds is optimal. It's actually difficult timing your exit in this final showdown with the speed you gain going down the mountain. I consider this a perfectly timed exit at 2.5 seconds, which will leave 1 second remaining on the timeout bar. initially it looks like the finish is on the east side of Muleg. So I will not go through the festival site. I will go through the middle of this intersection, avoiding obstructions. There are some boulders around here. Avoid on this line and then head over to the left here. I want to either go across, perfectly across the bridge. If I can't get perfectly across the bridge, I would rather just go east of it instead of getting hung up on it, and that's what I am going to do here. Get on this road, avoiding the buildings that are off on the right, and I will try and maintain my speed and go at a direct route to this finish so I don't miss it. Jump to the pin. Perfect. Let's replay that in slow motion. That was great. Watch this Funko jump in right behind me, doing the same, jumping to the finish pin. Here they come. What a dramatic finish and a great win.
Congratulations! You are the Eliminator!
As you can see, it's getting later in the game, 12 drivers left. I come over to the stadium and look what we have here, a level 7 Jeep Trailcat. So I need to get over to where all the head-to-heads are taking place, and on the way I open up the map. I know from past experience when I see the arena wall with the middle of the second to last arena being right through the highway, it will be Final Arena 13. I will jump ahead here. So I need to start heading over to where all the head-to-heads are taking place, and along the way, of course, look at some drops. Just the outside chance I find something quicker, and I open up the map again. You can see more defined the second to the last arena wall with the highway right through the middle of the second to last arena. Again, that's a clue. It will be Final Arena 13. I will jump ahead again. I am just full sending it. I can see two vehicles over here. One's on the bridge. They start moving. The other one is parked. So I am not sure what they are doing, but I am going to catch them. They start to creep ahead as I go by them. They are in a level 10 Funko. So in between Muleg Hills we go. And I have a jump on them. They go farther to the left, probably flipping around through the hills there, and I am going to beat in the only head-to-head I've had this game, this Funko with the level 7 Jeep Trailcat. And this is just before the arena is beginning to shrink for the final showdown. So I am just going to make my way over and get in position for the final showdown cautiously, not leaving enough time for anyone to engage and complete a head-to-head here. Alright, I don't think they do. Let's just get over here. On the perimeter of the arena right here is where I like to leave.
Head-to-heads complete. Get ready for the final showdown.
You can see I have roughly 2.5 seconds expired on the timeout bar. I was in the southeast, away from everything. You can see on the map this point that I like to leave from. This is Arena 13. The range of time to leave is 21 to 24 seconds. I will leave at 18 seconds because of the 2.5 seconds damage on the timeout bar. I do not want to leave early and be eliminated by the arena. I will slow this down as I go by an aerial Nomad and a Camaro. Not sure what the Camaro is doing there. I want the countdown to be at 0 before I get to the arena wall. You occur 1 second damage at this point, so that's perfect. The timeout bar is gone, and I slow this down. I go by a Brockie and a Lamborghini Murcielago there. So I have the lead, surprisingly. Leaving late. I'm not sure if they were running into each other there, but if so, that worked to my advantage. And I see this finish point. It is the waterways downstream from Cascade Falls, just south of Atlantis to Tula, and decide in kind of a split-second decision to jump where a danger sign would be in normal gameplay and run right into this tree. Alright, don't panic. I'm in second position here, and they appear to be taking a terrible route. One of them blinked on the map, so they rolled over and reset. I have the lead again. I'm trying to get over towards this road that goes on the west side of Atlantis to Tula, roughly around where Arena 9 exit point would be. Get over to this road here and jump down, hopefully between the trees, towards this finish pin. Slow down so we don't roll over and reset or hit any trees here. And of course, bouncing off the trees, and I hit a tree just short of the finish. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, I got it. Yes. As this Lamborghini Murcielago comes screaming in. Multiple trees were harmed during the making of this product.
Welcome to the shadowy ranks of the Illuminati.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video along with all of my videos. And if you've been enjoying my content, subscribe. Please help me get to 1,000 subscribers.